We're moving into charisma magnet mode, the 5 switches. These are the levers. These are the switches the buttons that you push on the inside that make people either move closer to you and listen in, or they make people walk away. And that's why a lot of people struggle in sales, struggle in leadership, because they don't understand these switches. And I'm going to reveal them to you today because I'm telling you what, they have been monstrously good in helping me in my career, and it'll help you as far as in your career as well. And understand that whatever we go over here, it comes from experience. One of the things that I have is 38, 39 years of experience, and I can tell you this, I have failed a lot and I have succeeded huge. What I want to do is I want to help you not fail a lot. I want to smooth the road out for you so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I did. And that's why I'm so passionate, because somebody helped me along the way that really made a huge difference. And that's why that I'm trying to help you along the way. And I know this video can be life-changing, business-changing if you allow it to be. The first one is the energy switch, the energy switch. And this is where what do people feel from you as far as energy? Now, some people say that energy is something that you either have or you don't. No, energy is a decision. You heard me correctly. When you become energetic, it is a decision based on what you want to do, how you want to feel, and what you want people to feel from you. And for years and years and years, I called it calm voltage. Calm voltage. It's like an energy voltage that sparks between you and a person. There's only 3 different types of energies in sales. Number 1, the energy that magnetizes. Number 2, the energy that informs. And number 3, the energy that speaks about you. So you got the energy that magnetizes, that pulls people towards you. The energy that informs, it's how you deliver the message. And then the energy coming from you that they size you up. Those are the 3 different types of energies in sales and marketing. Most people don't teach that. But your energy switch has to become something that I call a calm voltage. You have to be energized. You have to understand that energy is what pulls people at least to consider you for a couple of minutes, even if it's on a video. Because one of the things about psychological aspect of videos, the first few seconds, is because the look in your eye, the sound of your voice, and the hook. Now, I don't want to go into that, but the 5 switches play into even anything you do online. So number 1 is the energy switch. And you have to decide that I'm going to become more energized, more animated. Even if it's only 10 or 20%, it will make a big difference in how you impact people, how you're heard, and how people feel you. Number 2 is the attention switch. This is something that back 20-some years ago, we had something called attention magnets. That's what we taught, attention magnets, because I taught a lot about recruiting people. And attention magnets is how you get people's attention. Today, they're called hooks. A little bit different, but for the most part, I taught even companies and teams on how to do attention magnets in their articles, in their blog articles, in their CD series, and in their audio series, in their podcast. Attention switch is critical that you develop. Most people spray their attention like a shotgun. To be honest, most people spray their attention like a shotgun. And what happens is that it's almost distracted. What you need to do is you need to focus in and give what I call a directed attention. That's it. You must have a directed attention. You're directing your attention to one person, one crowd, one circle, whatever, and that's all that matters at that very moment. And I'm telling you what, when you have that laser-focused, directed attention, your eyes, your body, your mind, they will see it, they will feel it. They will feel like they are important. Did you get that? When you have that directed attention, it's going to make them feel like they're important. You really, truly respect them, and you want to really, truly understand their opinion and talk to them in a manner almost like a peer. And that's one of the reasons why that when you make somebody feel important, man, you will become unforgettable, because most people want to come across as important. But somebody that's a legend, somebody that's got a charismatic sway to them, they want the people to feel important. And that's the reason why you have that attention switch. Number 3 is the expression switch. You got energy switch, you got the attention switch. Where's your attention going to? But you got expression switch, from blank to emotionally clear. One of the things you can't be is have an expressionless face. The one thing that I've taught so many people, you must have an expression of, I'm going somewhere huge. And I'm taking a lot of people with me. That is how that you must look at it. Even in sales, even in real estate, even in insurance, I'm going someplace huge. I'm helping a lot of people with their insurance. I'm helping a lot of people with their real estate, and you can go with me. This is where the expression switch comes in, because they must see the expression on your face as well as feel the expression on your face. And this is why that when you have an expression that really people like, you can take a boring idea and turn it into something great. You can take the most boring idea and turn it into fire. And this is why that when you have subtle face reactions, when you have major face reactions, here's a subtle face reaction. Here is a major face reaction. Wow. This is why that your expression switch must be right on, and you use it tactically. And this is the reason why that I wanted to give this to you, because expression switch is just as important as the attention switch. Number 4 is the language switch. This is why that a lot of people, I can't stand this. And I've heard it in other videos, but people come in like they almost apologize for entering into the room. You can't do that. Do not say things like, I don't know, well, I guess, or that's a good question. That is not authority. You must come across, if you're going to be charismatic, as the authority that you are and the authority that you have in you. This is the reason why that the language switch must be focused on authority, must be focused on energy, must be focused on the person or people you're talking to, and that language must stay like a bullseye on the people that you're talking with, because that's why charismatic people are charismatic. Because what happens, that attention gives them a dopamine hit, and they love how they feel around you. This is why that use clean language. I know there's a lot of people out there that say certain words. I don't go there. The reason why is my personal beliefs as a Christian, but more importantly, I know it turns a ton of people off. Some people do it for shock value, and that's up to them. It's great. I just don't do that. I believe it's got to be language focused on the person, uplifting, taking them to a place in their mind they didn't think they'd ever go, and you're going to help them get there. And finally, conviction switch. You got energy, attention, expression, language, conviction switch. You have to be so convinced in your mind, have such a conviction in what you're saying, that when you start saying it, people immediately start paying attention. And this is how that you do it. Constant second guessing and weak endings and weak questions and weak language push people away. I've seen this over and over and over again, not only on videos, but I've seen it for the last 30 years in presentations and speeches from the front of the room. You can't do that. You have to have such conviction that when you start speaking, immediately they go, because they hear the authority, the energy, and the power in your voice, and no longer, as my mentor said, Douglas, there's 2 different ways that people look at it. When you enter a room, they go, oh, there's Doug. Or when you enter a room, they go, oh, Doug's here. Doug's here. Hey, Mark's here. Lisa's here. Tony's here. He says you want to be the latter. And he says you get that from your conviction, from your confidence, and most importantly, you get it from the language and the certainty and the conviction that you display. You got to have eye connection. I did a whole video on the difference between eye contact and eye connection, because I believe I've been teaching eye connection for over 30 years. And you must have that connection between eye to eye. It's just not good enough, because when you have eye contact, that's observation. When you have eye connection, that's real connection. And this is the reason why that in your certainty, in your conviction, in your confidence, in your knowing that you know that you know that you know that you know, people will borrow your confidence, and they say, this guy knows what he's talking about. This girl knows what she's talking about. I'm going to listen to what she has to say, and I may want to plug into this. That is how charismatic people do it. Guys, we're talking about charisma magnet mode, the 5 switches. We're doing something really special here. You may never see this video again, but that's okay, because maybe the algorithm will never show you. But I would save this video because it's worth gold to you if you practice this in your business, in your life, and anything else you do. Like, follow, share. Guys, lock this video down. Lock this channel down, because it's going to change your life over time. Like, follow, share. Become part of the Fire family. Spread the fire.